Well, the next step in my rebuilding these two Yellowstone Park coaches, I was trying to take these original irons off of the 11 passenger and get them pre-fitted to the driver's seat and to the rear frame so that when this coach is painted, everything is already in place. All the holes are drilled, the bolts are in place, so I can just put these irons on and take them off and not have to be messing with that paint job. Well, I brought out the original seat off of that 11 passenger just to look at the imprint of where these irons went when they were on the seat originally. And you can see they're tucked up tight right against the seat arm and against the seat back. And in order to do that, you can see that they had to kind of chisel out a corner in this corner brace so that this iron could fit up tight. It just won't do that if this came straight down, and that's how I have my duplicate seat right now. When I built these seats off of that pattern, I put this corner brace in, and I brought it just down flush across the corner. Well, this has to be kind of chiseled out in order to get this iron to fit up tight against the seat back and the seat arm. So I need to make that modification now. Another one of those things I want to do before I actually have the paint on. As you can see, this bumps up against that seat back now and keeps these irons away from the back and the arm where they need to be. If I kind of hold this in place where I think this needs to be, I can probably get a pretty good idea how far that curve needs to be that I need to chisel out. Should sit about so. Gonna be about right there, I think. So that sits about right. When these top irons come up, they're usually just right at the edge of the seat back, and that's right where this one comes. And as this iron follows the corner of the seat back, we have just a little bit of clearance, I think you can see there. So we're not touching that brace, which is just about right. And this 3/4 rod comes out of the corner and just follows the angle of this corner brace right here. And then right at the top of that, it makes a bend back, then has a gradual curve up to the top. All these little things are what I'm going to have to watch when I make the new ones for the 8 passenger. Now this left side doesn't follow the center of this brace. You can see it's kind of leaning a little this direction here. So I wonder if it needs to stand up just a bit. And it seems to look to me like this is leaning in a little bit. I would say this needs to stand up a little straighter and bring it more out into this area here. I do have the cross frame that came off of this, so I'm going to try to bolt it in place just kind of temporary and see if my width on top is anywhere in the ballpark. And by the looks of these holes, this hole here needs to go in this iron here. So this is actually about 1.5 inches, maybe too far this way. So that tells me that left side needs to stand up a little bit. So I need a little point of reference, so I just nailed a couple boards together here, and I'm about 1.5 inches off up here. I think part of it needs to happen here because I need to bring this over just a bit, but part of that bend adjustment may have to be here as well. So I'm going to do a partial bend here and just try to bring it straight over. I don't want to go too far to come off center of that corner brace of the seat. And we'll see how little bit of a movement here probably makes a lot of movement up here. We'll just kind of see what happens. So far I like the angle that follows that seat brace. I just need to bring it over just a bit. Well, there I moved probably that 1.5 inches there. I guess I'll see how that works. If I went too far, I'll just have to adjust it. Still a bit on the warm side. I like that angle better. I like the position of that better as well. I'll check my hole spacings. Just kind of rough guess here. Roughly 41.5. Kind of hard to tell exact. And then on my frame, 41.75. So I'm gonna see if that'll bolt up. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch difference there. I can push it. Do I adjust for that 1/4 inch? I really like the position right here following that corner. And I do like the position here in relation to the seat back. I think I'm going to leave it. I could probably get that little bit of adjustment just by bolting this permanently in place. But that 1/4 inch could flex pretty easily to make the new top fit. I think we're really close to that ballpark. You can also start to see how the front curve of the framework of the top is similar to the curve of the seat back, and why the irons on these corners, on these top irons, are angled up at such an angle to follow that curve. Now this isn't a square angle here also. These are bent out because this top has a curve this direction also. And it also sets far enough back from the seat back that it's not going to be interfering with the heads or the shoulders of the driver. That's why it's kind of recessed back the way it is. And both of these irons seem to follow right in line with each other. So that curvature is nice. So these irons that hold the backrest for this seat are bolted through the main frame through this bolt here. And you can see the position of it in relation to where these bolts need to be for this iron that holds the top. When we look underneath, that bolt for the iron for the backrest is right here, and you can see how close it is to this back panel of this driver's box. So these other two bolts for the irons that hold the top are going to be right in this area also. Now this is a 1/4 inch bolt, and the bolts that go for the top iron are 5/16. So oftentimes there'll be kind of a notched area that has to be cut out to receive just a portion of that bolt when it comes through. The margin of error is really close in these two bolts here. When we look at the seat back of this driver's box off of this other 11 passenger that I did years ago, you can see the amount of carving that had been done to receive the heads of those two bolts. When it comes to this iron that's leaning up against the seat arm, we have a lot more room here between the side of the driver's box and the seat arm. So these bolts are seldom a problem. So I find myself drilling these with a fair bit of caution and, if anything, a little bit of an angle away from that back. So now the question is, how much should we move up here? If I take one bolt out, see how much tightening these bolts down on the framework actually put pressure on it. And it seems like maybe there is a bit. It doesn't want to slide out of here easily. So here I am maybe 3/4 of an inch that this has sucked in. So the question is, which one moved the most, or did they both move equally? That's the position they need to be in. Well, typically, to find square, you want to cross measure. So we could try that. I'm at almost 54 1/4 there. And if I try the same on this side, I'm at 53. So we're actually shifted this way just a bit, and we need to come this way. So as I pull this bolt here, maybe I should measure that without that top on there. 54. So it needs to go this way. Without that top frame in place, this direction we're 52.5. So this iron here needs to come this way, probably at this bend here, come this way. So as I look at the alignment here again, this one isn't exactly straight through the center of this corner brace. It actually sits this way, just a little bit. We have a little less room here than we do here. But yet when I look at this one, I have it pretty well centered up. So I wonder if maybe it should go a little bit past center, more into this position. Again, heating it here, if that would bring this whole thing over. We need 3/4 of an inch. That's what I'm going to try first. So I did the same thing that I did the first time. So you know exactly what I did. You see now I'm a little closer here than I am here. So it's leaning this way just like the right side is. Now let's see how we measure this time. I'd say right now we're right there. That's the two holes. And they line up without pushing or pulling. It should be the same 54 there, actually 53 3/4. And from the other side, 53 1/2. So within a 1/4 inch, and that seems to be comfortable right there. So for the back irons that go to the framework on the back seat, we want the top of this iron flush with the frame, and we're going to put the leading edge here in line with the framework as well. It's going to overhang a little on the back, but that'll take into account the rear panel. And it's going to overhang this seat joint here a little bit and cover that joint. So now I just need to hold that in place. My dolly wants to move. This is when you say to Dick and Dan, whoa. Right about there. I think we're pretty close. And these holes are going to go straight across. Right about there. Well, I think you can see that these two rods don't line up. They're off a little bit. And the angles here are a little off, so these need to be adjusted to kind of tune this up a little bit. So I'm a little bit off on the width on the top. I think I need to come in maybe a 1/2 inch. But I ran my oxygen bottle out for my propane torch, so I've got to go to town and go get that in order to do that fine tuning. But I think we're right there close with a little adjustment. Anyway, appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching.